Okay, so hello, happy full moon in Scorpio. This is Petra, the Spark, here with my runes, and I'm here to do a reading for this moment, this moon cycle, this cycle that begins today, that ends today, and I'm going to take a look at what healing looks like. What does healing look like for this Scorpio full moon? The Scorpio full moon happened this morning or last night, depending on where you are in the world. And I hope you are moving through this Scorpio full moon with wholeness and ease. It is quite a doozy, so sending love to you. That is such a weird word, doozy. What the fuck? Sorry. Okay. So the runes. What do the runes have to say about healing? What do the runes have to say about healing? Show me what healing looks like in this Scorpio full moon. How can we move through this cycle in a way that brings in healing? What opportunities are we being offered to heal? What does healing look like? What does healing look like? What does healing look like? That's too many. Ah, yes. That's not too many. There we go. The crossroads. Gebo. The ox. Uruz. Water. Lagos. This one we had last month. The last reading that I did also had the crossroads, breath, choices, the threshold. And here's a very Taurus-like energy, the ox. It is strength, it's vitality, it's, wealth or power in that way that you invest in things and they grow. And here's water, which is another thing that you offer to the earth and invest and that gives life, that brings life. These are two very fertile and, vitality, life-giving. And here's this threshold. Water, earth, air. This is definitely the Taurus Scorpio axis of life and death, right? This is the chances, threshold. Gebo crossroads. We are at a threshold. And, you know, I think that Aries new moon that we had 2 weeks ago, and then the Pisces new moon before that, like, these are very potent endings, beginnings, cycles being wrapped up, new cycles beginning. And that's where you really have these choices that open up, right? When you're at the threshold, that's where you're choosing the direction that you're going to go. And that kind of all roads open. There's many roads open right now. There's many pathways that are possible. Anytime something comes to a close and something begins, that's when you have real choice about how to move. You can change direction. See how this rune has no direction? Like, it can't come out upside down. I think about that principle of standing at the crossroads and having, you know, looking down this pathway, looking down that pathway, and seeing in all directions. And here's these two, you know, the earth element and the water element, the nurturing, life-giving, the lifeblood of this planet, right, is water. And this is the vitality, the strength of the life force. I think about Taurus season and like just all the power of the seeds and the new plants and the new leaves and flowers that are growing. It's like Aries season is when the seeds kind of just start to overcome the dirt. They start to push past their little encasings and birth themselves. And it's kind of like tender and new and vulnerable. But Taurus season is when like the momentum gets going. Like you can start to see things really get their strength, get their start to take shape, start to really take shape. And see how this has a lot of direction. It has a lot of stability, this shape, Uruz, the ox. It's stability. It's about building value, investing in the self, growing. Like these two together, it's like choose the pathway that nourishes you. Choose to nourish yourself, right? Choose what nourishes you. Choose what adds to your life force, adds to your comfort, your power. Like if you can choose, if you have a lot of roads, why not go down this road? This is sweet. This is very life affirming. It's like finding the choices, finding the pathways, finding the new directions that lead to this, right? That actually have potential to grow, have potential to be stable, are nourishing and life-giving. Like this is possible, right? This is one of the choices. There are pathways. Like it almost feels like having to be very decided about, like, not decided, actively going in this direction. Like, I feel like it is a choice. It is a choice to invest in yourself. It is a choice to nourish yourself. It is a choice to water the things that will grow, to invest yourself in the things that will grow. Like, that is a choice. It's not just something that kind of like happens. You know what I mean? It's not just like, that doesn't just happen. It is a choice. You make that choice. The last reading that I did was, it's interesting. It was very similar because it had the Aries sort of masculine principle. It had the thorn, Thurizaz, and it had this feminine element with Fehu, the cattle. And interestingly, right, this is kind of this masculine, powerful ox. And last time we had that feminine, powerful, creative force of Fehu, the cattle. So this almost feels like a flip of, like, that was finding the sweet spot, right? And on one hand, finding the sweet spot where you can find wealth and having the power to make that choice. And this feels really, like, weirdly flipped around. Like, this is going with the flow. Right? This is very, the water is very opposite from the fire. Laguz is very opposite, or moves in a different way than Thurizaz. Right? The fire and the water. This is going with the flow. This is choosing something that allows you, using your power to allow yourself to be soft. And the masculine here is this earth element. Both, what I'm trying to say is, the reading last time, it centered around the threshold, the crossroads as well. And there was this masculine, feminine interplay around that. And here we have that again, but with different elements and in different relationship to each other. This is water and earth. The one last month was fire and earth. And here the masculine side is earth and the feminine side is water. And last month it was, the masculine side was fire and the feminine side was the earth. So it's this, like, almost having stepped across the threshold and things look completely different. Like, the flip side of it, like, that's a key feature of a transition, a threshold, is that things start operating in a different way, allowing yourself to change position, allow yourself to, if you were being the supportive one, allowing yourself to receive, right? If you were the one that was leading, allowing yourself to follow. Yeah, it feels like this bizarre mirror image, almost like a reversal from last month. And that's what happens when you step through a threshold. When you go from one side to the other, things are going to appear in reverse. So yeah, here's this nice balance of being sure-footed and moving, powerful and moving forward, and not being swayed, like that Taurus, solid, like determined, like not, stubborn, like an ox, an unmovable ox. And here's this flow, this water. This is like you know, Pisces, like just moving and flowing. Like this is, there's several versions of water in the runes. There's ice, there's hail, but this is the water that moves. This is the water that flows, and that's symbolized by the fact that you can see the direction. So this is a very nice interplay of like holding your ground, being sure of yourself, being confident, being rooted in your power, and being willing to go with the flow, being willing to be flexible, being willing to move into new spaces and new experiences and be flexible enough to do that. Okay, so now I'm gonna draw these into a bind rune to combine their principles into one symbol, a sigil. So we're just gonna play around a little bit and see how they like to interact. Here's the X, here's the threshold. Here's the water. The ox. Where can the ox go? No. Wait. Now I'm confused. Okay. Oh, if this goes on more of an angle like that, yeah. Interesting. That's weird. I think I think these have to be reversed. Wait. Okay. What if we do it like this? Okay. Now we've got the flow, we've got the water. We want the water to, Okay, what if I go like, oops. That's not what I meant to do. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. This water. It almost feels like the horizon, like looking at like a, you know, the sky up here and the water, like the flat horizon of the ocean or something. Okay. So it goes like this. Yeah. Okay, it mirrors that. That's why. this mirrors this. Okay, it has to mirror that. Okay, I see now. Okay. I guess. Let's see. Let's clean that up. No, that's weird. Something weird about it to me. Okay. I hope I'm not rocking this video too much. Sorry if I am. I don't know. Let me see. Let's go in a completely different direction. What if we start with the water and the ox? Okay, I'm kind of liking this. So where does the X go? This is weird too. Let's do like it's like creating an arrow, also like a figure too. Water in the ox. Water, ox. If we do more of a reflection like this. Oh, okay, here we go. This is interesting. So if we reflect the water directly, lagoos and lagoos, and then reflect the ox, we get, oh great, fucking, I'm not trying to draw that symbol, but you know, this is why certain groups, certain movements, certain energy signatures that travel through humans like to take powerful symbols and use them, co-opt them, trap them, curse them. So we can't use them, right? Okay, let's start over with that though. Because what if we just go like this? That's 4 lagos together. Creates gebo. I'm gonna turn these into uros. These all look very like spidery and like, you know, web, like spiders, figures, like with multiple legs. Like, this is weird. Okay, let's try a different direction. All together. No. That would be like this. Right? Okay. I'm liking this. Uh-oh. Now I got myself in a bind here. It's the wrong angle. Okay. Go like this. Okay, we want to choose the direction. Oh, maybe I just combine them, right? Yeah, there we go. Like that. Should it be this way though? No, it's got to be this way because it actually came out that way. Lagos came in like this, upside down. And uros came upright. Bringing the water down to the earth. Oh, wow. That's beautiful, actually. The rain, this is like letting the water flow. And you see how these 2 oxes back to back, it like builds a little house? It's like shelter. This this is weird. They always like give me completely new like interpretations when I have to draw them together. This literally looks like a symbol that's like, do not rain on the house. But it's not, the X is not, I feel like we associate, at least in the Western world, we associate the X with like no, or like do not, you know, do not do this, right? But it's really X marks the spot, right? That spot between the nourishment that comes down and the nourishment that builds up. The water and the earth. That's the choice, right? Making the choice to nourish yourself, to invest in yourself so that you grow. It's finding that spot, finding that choice, finding that pathway where these 2 meet. the water and the ox. Two kinds of investment, two kinds of nourishment, nourishing and nurturing. It's caring and supporting, right? Giving and receiving. It's two sides of that. Water something so that it will grow. Nourish something that Taurus season. Growing, vitality. It's a choice. It's a choice to connect those two. It's up to us. It doesn't, like, well, that's what I was saying earlier. It doesn't just happen. This is not an accident. You know what I mean? When you see somebody with a well-tended garden or something that is growing and flourishing, it's not an accident. It was a choice. This is also beautiful because it's like breath too. Gebo is also breath. It's like breathing life into something. Use your words to give life. Use your breath to give life. Use your expressions to invest life into things. This is what healing looks like. Choosing the pathways, choosing the expressions, choosing to use our vital force. What is your breath, right? That's a key expression of your vital force. That is how your breath is your time here on this planet, like in this planet, right? So moving through each breath, this is like, feels like a very powerful fertility or calling in life, breathing in life, calling in yeah, because here's the breath, here's the water, and here's the earth. Beautiful. I like that. These empty spaces, I like it too, because it makes me think of like just moving through and kind of clearing the way, choosing only the things that breathe life into you, breathing life only into the things that nourish you, that grow, that will grow, like not even paying attention to anything else, right? Like there's no fight here. There's no resistance to anything. It's just fully choosing that which nourishes you, fully choosing the life-giving things, and not even, there's no focus at all on anything else. There's a lot of responsibility in that, right? It's pointing, I feel like it does point out that responsibility of, you don't even have to pay attention. You don't even have to give your focus to things that are not building you up, that are not feeding you or helping you grow in some way. This is literally just, I'm going to do what feeds me and helps me grow, and end of story. It's all focused there, and it's clearing everything else out the way by that, our ability to choose where we focus, choose how we express ourselves, choose how we use our breath, choose how we use every moment. Every moment is a choice. Every moment is a new breath. Okay. I like it. All right, so that is the healing principle that I will be working with this month. And if you work with runes, or if you are a healer or on your healing journey, I hope that these reflections can be useful for you in some way. If you do work with runes, I offer these as suggestions for runes you can use for healing. And yeah, happy full moon in Scorpio to everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I will put my apothecary shop in the description, so you can check that out if you want. And I will see you next time.